YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK, and we are back with another video, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in to today's video. We are going to have a discussion and talk about the LG G4. Listen, I've made some recent content on my channel talking about my excitement. I'm going to be investing into the C4 in a gaming space, okay? 42-inch to be my very first. So there's been a lot of good things that I've just been reading that has led me to believe that, LG possibly has turned some things around for me, okay? But the G4 looking like an absolute monster, 83-inch MLA, as well as 55, 65-inch coming with a base. I mean, this is absolutely radical. So some good things coming down the pipeline that I'm seeing. There's been a most recent LG conference of a bit, if you will, and there's been some content creators, some TV, people, if you will, that have been able to get a first glance. Now, I haven't been put in that position, but I still wanted to make sure that I made some content covering this because right now, to say the least, I am definitely interested. Okay, so definitely appreciate you guys tuning in to today's video. We're gonna get it going right after this intro. All right, guys, so welcome back. I want to start this off just by having a conversation, right? Let's just sit and talk a little bit. As bias goes, for most people, I'm okay with admitting that up until last year, LG was in all totality my favorite brand, okay? Um, you know, I primarily use my TVs for a 50-50 split. There's like some content being watched, which my content is streamed. I don't watch like anything over the air. I have a Plex server. I have a couple of PCs dedicated for content that, I store. And so that's how I kind of feed the masses in my household with what I'm going to watch, right? The other side is the gaming piece. Avid gamer. I used to be a what you'd call professional gamer back in the 90s. Play on the big arcades, traveled, did a lot of that, right? And so as the console era has come to replace arcades, we're talking back 99, 2000, 2001 when arcades started closing around the country, transitioning to playing on TVs, well, monitors first, but as TVs have gotten better, it's been my thing, right? And so LG just, took a position that was masterful, okay? And so it's just been my brand, my go-to brand for the reliability. Just like I said, in all totality, one of the brands that I've trusted the most. It's been up to recent that I've just started to fall in love with what Sony has to offer. In any event, this is why I am interested again in trying the C4 for myself personally, right? So I'm really excited for that. And, I can't wait to produce that content. However, this gallery is looking awesome. And we're gonna share some footage in just a few, right? But some of the things that I'm seeing, right? Because this is all just like I'm absorbing this internet content as you guys are because I'm not there to actually see it. Number one, it just seems like they've listened to some of the opportunities from years prior. And that's really all it takes for a person that's going to spend money. It doesn't matter how much, right? They want a company that's going to listen, right? They can't accommodate to every single person, but the general mass of people that may have an outcry for specific features or opportunities that have been notated, they want you to listen, right? And last year, while I'm not here to bash LG, my experience with the Gallery 3 was just it just felt like there was not much value to what they had to offer. And so my settlement was the TV that's behind me, which is a 77-inch G2, which isn't bad. But when you think about seeing a G2 in the year 2023, when you've already had a full year and a half to adjust to what a QD OLED is, there definitely leaves some opportunity there because that white OLED from 2022 does not compare to what has been made available for us, right? So, a part of my distaste was that last year I went after the Gallery 3, and while MLA was impressive, it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't for my own personal use case. And it's not often that I buy TVs and return them. It's like, I mean, I can count on one hand's the amount of time I've done it. But that was one that I did exchange out for, the larger size that I have behind me. Again, I digress to that though. 2024 looks to be a great year for LG. So let's dive into some of the things that I'm seeing. Okay, so we're going to transition things a little bit over. I got some headphones on because we're actually going to take a look at some content. I'm going to try not to rip this in all its entirety. This is going to come from Whisper Status, YouTuber, credible YouTuber who actually had an opportunity to go to this LG event, and he brought a great video. So definitely check out this to see the entirety of all his video. What I like to be able to do, if possible, hopefully we don't have any issues here, is just be able to pick over the video a little bit. I'm actually going to mute it and just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about like what my initial impressions of what I've seen. I watched this on my cell phone, turned the quality up. He's got the video produced in full 4K, so it's a great experience if you got a quality phone or a modern phone. Let me not say quality, a modern phone, or if you're watching it with a monitor or TV, you can get some good insight on what I think you can expect to see from the LG G4. So let's get right into it. All right, so we'll get right into this now. This video is called LG G4 OLED hands-on experience, and it's fire. Now I muted this in large part because he's got some music playing here, and I'm not sure if the copyright. This looks good. Playing some demo content. As I said, this is filmed in 4K, so make sure that when you do watch this, if you haven't already seen it, that you turn up the content. And this is Whisper Status. Very, very mellow content creator. All right, I had to skim through a little bit. Didn't want to record his entire intro and everything like that. But got some demo content going right here. Got hit with the YouTube ad. I did let it run for support, but didn't want to record that. But this thing looks great, man. It looks absolutely masterful. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Right now, I'm looking at it, and I'm kind of getting a different experience. I'm looking at it right now on a 32-inch QD OLED monitor. And so everything looks really nice and tight. Like I said, looked at it on my phone. Of course, the phone is going to be more compact, so very, very tight in terms of the picture quality and such. But just looking at it from here, I've done YouTube enough to know how cameras can change things a little bit, and I'm impressed with what I'm seeing. Some of the things that stood out to me is just the color volume, right? Giving me kind of like QD OLED vibes, right? And so just the greens, the yellows, and just how bright the details look with the demo content. Of course, the demo content is going to be the absolute best representation of what you can see. It looks to be good. Now, seeing the G3 owning the G2 and owning the G3 for a small bit of time, I kind of feel like I know what to look for. So this is him actually showing the TV. Design of the TV looks pretty good. Looks like they're sticking consistent with what they have. The one thing I do like about how the G TVs get made is that top to bottom, they're pretty much the same. So if you're utilizing their proprietary mount that comes included with the TV, it does put you in a great position where you can have just like a one frame design, and that's pretty impressive. Most of the QD OLED TVs or OLEDs in all general are going to be a little bit thinner at the top. So he was talking about 5565 coming with the base. That's pretty good. It's really good. Let's get into some more. All right, coming into this scene right here, I want to pause. This is the first time I'm going to pause this and dissect this. So if you guys are familiar with the upload I made when I was at CES, I had an opportunity to go to the Samsung. They had like a special, uh, I don't know, premiere where they invited some of us to go there to check out the content, the new TVs, the displays, and different things like that they have. And so the S95D was next to the S95C, right? So 24 right next to 23, and it has a matte finish, the 24, right? And so the idea behind that, the way that they had it set up was like they had some false light to the right and to the left of both each TVs, and it was just a way to show you like what reflections look like. Now, most white OLEDs, outside of when I'm hearing from the B4, is gonna have that gloss finish, like what you see right here. So at this part of the video, Whisper Status is talking about how the TVs that you can see to the left nostril of the woman that's right here, you can see the reflection of the TVs. He's saying that they're really bright, but what you will notice is when you're looking at a TV that does have a gloss finish, you are going to see some reflections, right? You can fight this by being meticulous with planning your build, making sure that you obviously have the right type of blinds, the right curtains. If you've got an open concept kitchen that goes maybe from your living space like I do, you just got to be conscious of that, okay? So yeah, just something to be mindful of. Okay, so outside of the new settings that appear to be present with the TV, it looks like it will give a person that is into calibrating a whole nother level that they can tap into. Now, I did see some content also from Classy. Classy was also there, has some great covers, some nice shorts with this TV also, and has some great things to say. Of course, Classy is a professional calibrator, and so I always like to get his opinion on like what he thinks about these types of things. Moreover, from the settings, this scene right here had a lot of pop, a lot of wow factor in the same exact area where we just were. To the left of the screen, you can see a little bit of the light reflection, but it just goes to show you when you start getting those colors kicking in, you're not even going to notice what's behind you. You're not, I'm telling you. And I mean, this has been true time and time again. So if this TV is truly brighter, the MLA obviously is second generational panel. Just looks like some great stuff. So I just love this scene right here. Me, I'm the type of person I love to see reds after reds. Some of my favorite colors to see on TVs are going to be orange or yellow, and you get a mix of that right here with this lion. So this is a very good scene. I think I wish I could have seen this scene right here in person because it looked very masterful on my cell phone and even better on my monitor. But I think this looks brilliant. So here my brother's going through some different presets. Came out the filmmaker mode. Vivid, okay. Standard. Auto power save. Cinema home. Cinema. Okay. Okay. Brighter and the picture processing is what I'm hearing. I'm sorry. Like I said, it should be muted. Hopefully I did hit mute. His video should be muted, but I'm listening, re-listening to some of the talking points, hearing about the brightness, hearing about the picture processing. That's what I want to hear, man. Listen, this this is the thing year over year that makes Sony so great. You're always hearing about the picture processing, right? With Samsung, you're hearing about color pop, right? So LG just like this would be something that this scene looks great as hell, by the way. It looks really good. The shadow detail, like this is a very 3D like effect with everything that's going on here. But this is what has me interested in this TV specifically. Picture processing. I'm hearing some good things about it. LG has always had a pretty good representation of, showing quality in different ranges of resolution and such. So listening to this video has definitely definitely sparked my interest in this TV. Um, Let me get from this screen so that I can give you my real talking points. All right, guys, so let's bring this on home. Let me just get this all situated so that we can get back to having a enjoyable discussion. Let's bear with me for a second. So the G4 has me super interested. Very much so interested, so much to the point where now I'm actually considering this TV as a contender, right? There's a couple of different things that I feel like, I need to see first. Number one for me, I think the 83-inch would be the TV. That would be the one. I can't, if I'm gonna make the investment, I just can't see myself making the investment for the 77-inch. If you don't know, my main driver is A95L. I did pick up S95C also, both of those in 77 inches. Of course, they're QD OLED, so it's a different panel technology altogether. The other thing is, what does those two companies from Sony, Samsung, what do they have to offer? I'm not sure, but LG has a great track record, and I guess the best case scenario would be I get the C4 in 42 inch, and I'm just really loving, I'm loving the experience, and then we just kind of go from there. Add to the fact also, one of the biggest gripes that I was having with the S95C, which is why it's not currently even in this game room, okay, was the disconnect with the intermittent blackout issues. The TV invited us to the first native support of 144 hertz, which now LG does have. It's actually on the panel. It's not segregated with like a one connect, and I don't have to go to a variant a la S90C. Just for that enthusiast that wants to have the best. With Samsung last year, you essentially had to drop down to the number 2 for whatever that's worth. If you want the best, you want the best. You couldn't get the best TV and have the best experience with the 144 hertz. LG seems to have a good position right now with all the different things, right? A generational 2 MLA technology. So the whites are going to be the most pure. They're going to be pure snow. I mean, that was the biggest takeaway that I got immediately when comparing G3 last year with S90C. I think that was a pretty good comparison, but the whites were just off the chart. So anything with, anything with any type of credits or snow, if you're watching sports, especially hockey, you're in for a real treat. As well as, the TV looked great itself, and it has some pretty good saturation potential with colors when watching content. With gaming, it just fell a little short for me, but who knows, man? Maybe this is the year that they turn around. I do personally feel, just as a personal note to kind of close this out, I would love to see some type of MLA technology brought to the C. It doesn't look like this will be that year. Something tells me, and I don't have any inside information, I'm just a consumer guessing, making an educated guess, if you will. At some point, we will have to get to a point where we have MLA in a C. Because now, the G isn't the absolute top. They've got another model above it with very small differences. I think the Zero Connect is what you get from the M series, or I believe that's what it's called. I don't know. Yeah, but I appreciate the community, the Class C, the FOMO, the Whisper Status, these guys for getting this content put out for us to be able to see. As a content creator, I'm humbled because I'm not in those conversations. I'm not in those rooms. That's the goal for me, right? I would love to be there to be able to capture that kind of content. I enjoyed myself at CES, and so it motivates me to want to continue on the grind. But I'm very much so interested in the G4. Once again, check out that man's video. I didn't want to, piece through the entire video on my video. I just wanted to offer you some talking points, as that's been one of the better videos. It just posted yesterday too. It's doing pretty good from a metrics perspective too. So make sure you go in and show some support there. And that's what I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, man, max love. We out.